So Raila Odinga is repeating the same mistake yenye ilifanya akose the presidency even after being supported by the whole government and the whole system yenye amekuwa nayo in the past. Listening to the wrong advisors. Mr. Raila Odinga, you cannot tell us that you are struggling to have a dialogue with the president and at the same time unazidi kuweka vikwazo ama kuweka reasons zenye zitafanya ukose kukutana na president. Now, nimeona kwa social media that on date 6, Azimio ilidihwip Sabina Chege from being the deputy minority leader in the parliament. And the offense yenye Sabina Chege alifanya ni kuongea na rais. Again nikaona then later that 6 MCAs from Kisumu walikuwa dehwipped because of working with President William Ruto. So how selfish can Raila Odinga be that yeye anafanya vile awezavyo ndio akutane na rais William Ruto? Then just because I am a member of Azimio or I'm a member of ODM, I have no permission to go and meet the same president that you, Raila Odinga, want to have a dialogue with. Remember, this MCA si ati anatafutana na William Ruto ati kwa sababu anataka kujisaidia yeye mwenyewe. It is because this MCA understands that this William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya, and unless I come closer to the president, unless I come closer to the government, my people will suffer, my people will not have development. It is the same thing you did to Jelango. It is the same thing that you have done to Sabina Chege. The people who are closer to the president become your enemy, the same president that you want to go closer to have a dialogue. And my fellow Kenyans, that explains the reason why Raila Odinga does not trust a bipartisan process through the parliament. That process, Raila Odinga believes that it can only be fair if it is done outside the parliament. Have you ever asked yourself why? It is because Raila Odinga understands very well kwamba wale MPs tuko nao kwa parliament are not independent MPs. In fact, hawa ndio wanafaa waitwe vile Boniface Mwangi alikuwa anasema MPs, nguruwe za parliament. Because almost all MPs wenye wako kwa parliament ya leo, it is either an MP is a cow to the young man from Sugoi, or he is a cow to the old man from Bondo. And Raila knows that there is no way these people can be fair. You have seen not from one person, from many people wakisema kwamba we cannot trust our parliament to be non-partisan or bipartisan. Every decision that the parliament is making is either the way President William Ruto is thinking, or whatever he wants, or the way Raila Odinga is thinking, or whatever Raila Odinga wants. And that is basically the reason why Raila Odinga knows that the parliament cannot and will never be fair to him. He cannot trust the parliament. And the question I'm having is, why do we have to be in such a situation? Why must I, just because I am a member of parliament, voted in through the ODM party, why must I subscribe to everything that Raila Odinga says? Why is it that if I am voted in using the UDA party, why must I be thinking the way William Ruto is thinking? Why shouldn't I have my own way of seeing things or my own way of explaining things? After all, who elected me? Was I elected by the party or was I elected by the people? Why should I agree with this nonsense, this idiot, even when this idiot is wrong, even when whatever this idiot is thinking or whatever he is doing is not helping the people who voted me in? But wananchi and everyone who is watching me, you all know that the problem of Raila Odinga is coming because the winner is taking it all. We got to an election in 2022 and Raila and William Ruto shared almost 50-50 of the total votes zenye tulipiga in that election. So the pain of Raila Odinga is that he has the backing of half of the country, but he is getting nothing from the government. So how do we solve it? Okay? In the BBI walisema kwamba tutasolve kwa kuleta prime minister, sijui office of the opposition, sijui of what, but we currently have the office of the prime minister and we are still fighting. Politicians are still fighting and dividing us. So what is the solution? In my opinion, and from how I have been interacting with people, I think the best solution to this problem is if the country comes together and agree on a national manifesto. That, for example, in 2022, we had William Ruto coming with his own manifesto, and we have Raila Odinga with his manifesto. And those who believed in William Ruto because of his manifesto saw something good in that manifesto. Those who voted for Raila Odinga because of that manifesto knew that there was something good in that manifesto. We should have these two manifestos, combine them, identify what we can do within the 5 years and what can be beneficial to the mwananchi, and then come up with a final and a unique manifesto that portrays a national agenda. That way, the president atakuwa may include the views of those in Kisumu who voted for Raila Odinga, na bado atakuwa may include the views and the opinion of those who are in Rift Valley and voted for William Ruto. In that case, the president will be uniting the whole nation, and therefore we shall make sense of what we call the president being the symbol of national unity. But as long as the president is on the throne and only 50% of the people believe in his agenda, and his deputy is continuously claiming that the government is a company and those who have shares are the only people who are going to benefit from it, then we cannot say that the president is a symbol of national unity. We can only say that the president is a symbol of national division, because he is dividing people and identifying who will benefit from this government and who will not benefit from this government. So if he has to be a symbol of national unity, it is only if he brings order between all political divides. That is why I am talking about a national manifesto. Now when I say that, watu wengine wataanza kusema ati that has never been seen in another country. That hakuna country yenye kumewahi kuwa na election alafu number 1 number 2 waka lead the country. But who said lazima sisi tukopi kwa watu wengine? This country is ours, and whatever political systems we are using ni systems zenye tuliletewa na wazungu, zenye zilikuja tu to divide, not to unite us, but to divide us so that they can take away our land and our resources, and they can take away our thinking, and they can take away all our power. Why don't Kenya become the first nation where the presidential winner works with the runners up to run the affairs of the country, so that we make sense of this nonsense you call symbol of national unity? But because that is not the case, we have no such system in the country, then wacha turudi pale kwa Raila Odinga. Instead of denying your members of ODM and members of Azimio from meeting the president, I thought you should take that advantage. Why don't you let them wakaribie president na wakuwe marafiki na yeye, so that watu wako wasaidike? Even if hawatakuwa marafiki watu wako wasaidike, basi wakuwe marafiki ili watumie kukaribia rais na kukatalyze ama kuspeed up the dialogue between you and the president, because then when you are friends, it is the only time you can agree on what can favor you and what can favor the other party. But as long as you are engaging in a dialogue as enemies, kila mtu atavuta side yake, and trust you me, you will not defeat the government. So Mr. Raila Odinga, if indeed you want peace in this country, if indeed you are doing whatever you are doing to represent the people of Kenya or the interest of the people of Kenya, then listen to your advisors, make sense of whatever they are telling you. If they are misadvising you, watpoteze, watupwe wote. Just have a call with the President William Ruto and just ignore all those advisors. Tembea. Si ulitembea 2017, kwani walikupeleka wapi? Ni hayo tu kwa sasa. I hope you guys may subscribe and that we shall meet in our next video.